Hi, and welcome to day 21, another yin practice that I'm calling Blooming Lotus. We're going to work with our hips and our knees today to prepare ourselves for maybe one day sitting in half lotus or full lotus. Let's begin with our check-in. Big breath, exhale, release, get present. Feel like you're reeling your mind into your body right now. Let go of your day that you've had so far and the day that you have ahead of you, and arrive here now. Feel your body, just sensing for sensations. Subtle, subtle sensations. Feel your whole self at the same time. What does it feel like? Notice your mind, your thoughts and thinking. Think of your mind again like an ocean, and what would this ocean be like today? Are there lots of ships sailing? Do you feel deserted? Are you alone? Is the sun rising? What is your mood today? Joyful, loving, kind, irritable, angry? And let that state of being just be. Focus your mind now on your nose, your nostrils. Feel in your breath. Naturally flowing, without control, in and out. And then the complete breath, breathing belly, ribs, lungs, shoulders, collarbones, throat. Fill yourself with prana. Exhale, release. Press the prana out. Upper lungs, middle lungs, lower lungs. Keep breathing deeply, and as you breathe from your belly to the top of your lungs, you can feel the breath moving up your spine, from the base of your spine out through the crown of your head, and you can imagine the top of your head blooming like a lotus flower. Your Sahasrara chakra, your seventh chakra, is symbolized by 1,000-petaled lotus flower. See that image in your mind's eye. Another deep breath, rising up the prana through your spine, blooming at the top of your head. Exhale, release again. And we'll say the sound of Om. Placing your hands together, heart-centered. Setting your intention today for your practice, bringing to mind the mantra, Om Mani Padme Hum, hail the precious jewel in the heart of the lotus. When you use this Buddhist mantra, the jewel symbolizes wisdom and the lotus symbolizes compassion. So feel yourself cultivating those two qualities, wisdom and compassion, in balance. We'll release our hands down, softly open your eyes, and let's check in today and just see where you're at with full lotus or half lotus before we start the practice that works towards it. So as you sit, you can just take your right foot and bring it towards your left thigh. How does that feel for you? Can you get it there? Is your knee way up in the air? Is it pull in your hips? So some of you will know that half lotus is where you're going to stay, or you might not even make it into half lotus also. That's an option. If you feel like this is okay here with your right foot on your left thigh, then your left foot, you bring it up and you're externally rotating your lower leg. So I have my hand under my ankle and my calf and I'm rolling it out and up, pushing it that way as I bring my foot to my thigh. So full lotus looks like this. feet on your thighs. You could start with your left leg first or your right leg first, so try that too, switch the grip. And you'll notice it's maybe easier or harder one side to the other. So this is where you're beginning. If you're somebody who can't get there at all and your knees are quite high in the air, sitting on a block is a really great option for you because it'll help to get the knees lower down. But if you're gonna sit on a block, let's not do it just yet. We'll start in butterfly. So remember, our yin practice is where we hold the postures longer. I'm scooting up towards my heels. Then turn the soles of your feet open. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, fold forward. You can bring your block with you, or a bolster if you have one of those pillows. Place it under your forehead, and close your eyes. We're gonna be here in this butterfly 2 minutes. You're here in the posture where it doesn't feel too intense just yet, so that you're not creating tension in your body and in your mind. You're right at the cusp of where you feel sensation, and that's where you know that you want to pause. And when the sensation starts to fade, you go a little bit deeper. You might take the prop out or lower it. As you hold the breath, or as you hold the pose with your eyes closed, your breath just flows naturally. Maybe go a little bit deeper, maybe back up a little bit out of the pose if it's too much for you in this moment. Keep your shoulders soft, keep your eyes soft. With every exhalation, see if there's somewhere in your body that you can release tension. Maybe it's your hips, maybe it's your toes, maybe it's your jaw, maybe it's your shoulders. Maybe it's relaxing through your neck. Let's inhale, press ourselves up. As you come up, eyes stay closed. Slowly walk yourself up with your hands. Bring your shoulders over your hips, your ears over your shoulders. Sit tall with eyes closed. Take 2 breaths. And then opening your eyes, bring your feet to standing, lean back into your hands, wide feet. Windshield wiper your knees left to right a couple times. And then sitting with the soles of your feet together again. We did this a few days ago where we cradled our ankles and lifted our feet. So same thing, your hands, palms come under your ankles, and then you lift your right foot as you inhale. Exhale it down. Inhale left foot. Exhale it down. Back and forth. Don't round too far down. Try to keep sitting up. Once more with the left foot. And then exhale, release. Bring your feet to standing. Left foot, bring it under your right leg over to the right for fire log pose, or double pigeon as it's sometimes called. In your right ankle, place it over your left knee. Right knee drops right over your right ankle. Shins are in line with each other. And I realize not everybody's gonna look just like this. You might particularly have your top leg high in the air if your hips are still tight. So you could take your block or your bolster, your prop, place it under your knee if you need some support for it. Flex your feet, so push out through your heels, move your cheeks out. Some of you, this will be plenty of sensation sitting tall just like this. But if you feel like you'd like more and you want to go further, you start to fold forward. You might drop your chin in towards your chest. Just like in butterfly pose, when you can, with your exhalations, you go a little bit deeper. You'll feel this quite a bit in the back of your hips here, in your glutes. For a lot of us with Lotus Pose, one reason that we can't get into it is because the hips are so tight that they pull on the knee, and you think that it's the knee, but it's actually the hips. So this work here that we're doing with our hips will help the tendons and the muscles around the knee to then be able to release. Exhale down to your maximum, or just keep sitting tall if that's where you're at. Inhale, come up. Don't move your legs. Keep them like they are. Right hand, bring your thumb to the inside of your your right thigh. Right fingers to the outside of your right thigh, and then you're externally rotating your thigh here, so you're rolling it down, out, and away from you. Then you turn to the left towards your right foot, and then exhale, fold here. This will intensify the sensation in your right hip even more, which I know is just what you wanted to experience. Your left fist, you could support your head with it. You could use a block too. I always like to support my head so my neck and shoulders can relax. And I'm continually rolling down and out with my right hand. That external rotation stays there. Your heart, your sternum turns towards your left knee as you fold. Inhale, let's come up. And then turn back to center. Release your hand from your thigh. Right foot to standing, left foot to standing. You can windshield wiper a few times. And then other side. Notice here too the difference in sensation, right hip to left hip. You're probably feeling it. Then right foot, bring it over to your left side. Left foot to your right knee. Both feet are flexed. Heels press out, cheeks out. You could sit on a folded blanket or a bolster or block and elevate the hips here. Remember, you could prop up your knee too if it's high in the air. Some of you will just keep sitting tall, breathing. You can close your eyes as you breathe. To go deeper, fold forward through center. Feet stay flexed. Maybe stack your fists and catch your forehead. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Tell your hips to let go, like focus consciously into your hips, like you're having a conversation with them. Ask them to let go, and usually they do a little bit more from just suggesting that. Inhale up. Leave your legs as they are. Left hand to your left thigh, thumb to the inside of your thigh, fingers to the top. Turn it out. Externally rotate, pressing, rolling down and out. Turn to your right knee, your left foot. Fold forward. Forehead towards your foot, to your knee. Catch your forehead if you can on something. And then stay low. Remember, relax your jaw, your tongue, your shoulders, your throat, your eyes, your forehead. Tell your hips again to relax. Exhale down further. Inhale, come up. Back to center. Release your hand from your thigh. Uncross your legs. Left foot to the ground, right foot to the ground. Windshield wiper again, side to side with your knees. And then we'll try full lotus one more time and see where we're at. For me, I start with my right leg first, like we did in the beginning. But like you tried out in the beginning, does it work better for you to do your left leg first? If it does, that's fine. Hand under your ankle, hand under your calf. Externally rotate the calf and the ankle as you bring your foot to your thigh, knee to the ground. Same thing with your second leg. Externally rotate, calf presses up and away, ankle presses up and away, feet to your thighs. This will be our Shavasana for today. We'll stay in full lotus pose. So, or half lotus or Sukhasana, where we usually begin one foot in front of the other if this isn't happening for you. Check in though, did it change? Did the stretches help? Can you get into a little bit easier? Is it a little bit less painful? If it's super painful, don't stay. You can definitely come out of it. So easy pose, half lotus or full lotus are your options. Hands to your knees. Let's come to the Gayana Mudra. Pointer fingers and thumbs touch. Palms up for expanded awareness. Inhale through your nose, exhale out of your mouth. Then breathing just through your nose. Stay in seated meditation, following the natural flow of your breath, just like we do when we begin, feeling the coolness of your inhalations and the warmth of your exhalations. Whenever your mind begins to wander, you notice that you've gone off into the past or the future. Simply see that happening and then bring your mind back to the breath, guiding it back to feeling and watching, listening. I recommend staying here for at least a minute or two. And then as you're ready, when you're done with seated meditation, you can just release, move into the next events of your day.